to the Culture Show. I'm Eduardo, and we are going to present you the Greek culture. So let's go.
Today we're going to talk about Greece. Their religion. They were polytheists. They believe in gods. The most important gods were Zeus, king of the gods and the thunderbolt; Hera, queen of the gods and the marriage; Poseidon, god of the sea; Hades, god of the underworld; Athena, god of the wisdom; Artemis, god of the moon and the hunt; Apollon, god of the light, music, and prophecy; Aphrodite, god of the love and beauty; Hephaestus, god of the fire; Ares, god of the war; Hermes, god of the messenger; Dionysus, god of the wine. Art in Greece. Architecture of ancient Greece. In ancient Greece, the buildings were financed by the state and this worried about the beauty of the city. In Athens, the capital of ancient Greece, includes several buildings for its architecture. These are the Parthenon, the Erechthon, and the Temple of Athene. One of the most important architects of this period were Phidias, Praxiteles, Polycito, and the first designed some sculptures from the Parthenon. The second devoted his talent to sculpt figures of men, and the third personized gods in his sculptures. Phidias, sculptor and Greek architect of the classic period, noted for his exact perfection in the treatment of shape, volume, and expression of his sculptures. Greek temples. Temples were structured with Greek characteristics, and they were apart from Greek series. They were made of limestone and marble. Sculptures. Most Greek buildings were decorated with sculptures. The sculptures were mostly male nudes and sometimes figures of Olympics winners. Erechthon. Erechthon is a Ionic temple built around 421 to 405 before Christ on the Acropolis of Athenia. The small porch on the south side of the temple, known as the Porch of the Carrot, shows 6 female figures supporting a Ionic entablature. The temple was called this way from Erechthus, Athene's mythical hero, and supposedly is the mark where the gods Athena and Poseidon disputed of the dominion of Athenia. Parthenon. Third temple, perpetual 8 by 17 marble columns. The temple had a rich decoration carved on the pediment. In the east, the beard of the Athenia. In the west, the dispute of Athenia-Poseidon for the position of Attica. It was dedicated to Athenia, goddess of the wisdom, located where the highlight of the Acropolis. It was built in the time of Pericles by Insinio and Callicrates by Phidias. Pericles, Athenian politician, whose importance in the history of Athenia was so great that often called the century of Pericles the period of his mandate. He was recognized by the majority of the Athenians, through his eloquence, wisdom, honesty, and patriotism. His position as a strategy magistrate from which he was repeatedly elected as the leader of the Democrat. Pericles tried all Athenian citizens participate in government, introduced payment from services to the state, and that board members be chosen by a lot of among all Athenian citizens. Under the command of Pericles, Athenians became an importance of literature and art. His supremacy aroused the jealousy of other Greek city-states, including Sparta, great enemy of Athens. The citizens fired the Hemogenic project of Pericles and tried to tear down the Athenian dominion. After the outbreak of Peloponnesus War in 421 before Christ, Pericles gathered the residents of Attica in Athens and allowed the Peloponnesian army to devastate the different parts of the country. The following years, the plague broke out in the overcrowded city, which ended the popular confidence. Pericles was removed from office, tried and fined for embezzlement of public funds, but was reelected as tragedy in 429 before Christ, shortly after he died and the plague itself. Location. Greek civilization emerged in the eastern Mediterranean Sea. It extends by 3 fundamental areas. In the Balkan Peninsula, the main island of the Ionian and Aegean Seas, and the western coast of Asia Minor, now Turkey. They have a lot of wars, but the most important wars were Marathon, 490 before Christ. Athenians defeated the Persians. Chernea, 338 before Christ. Philip II of Macedon defeated the Greeks.